kick back, unwind, and enjoy a rare find. Welcome to another special VHS hauls from the bins episode, where if I go to the Goodwill Outlet bins and find more than 10 VHS tapes in one trip, we do its own special episode. Today we have 12 tapes, and I got the receipt. It was $11 for these 12 tapes. Some of them are off the TV, a couple of them are some cartoons. First up is this tape, but this is not the correct slip sleeve. This is an old 80s tape here, all the way. Shiny sides, got some writing up here, and here's what we got. Whoops. I'm always looking for 80s and 90s tapes with commercials taped off the TV, of course. We have Back to the Future, Mandela, and Born American. I don't know what those other two movies are, but I watched most of Back to the Future and it does not have any commercials, so that's a bad sign for the other two. Next up we have this tape from the 80s and it has the correct slip sleeve. Look at that beautiful baby. And this one has, the top label says Full House and the side label says Full House, number 1 of 3. And it does have commercials. It's from 1988 with not all of them, but sometimes someone was watching this and they stopped recording during the commercials. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Full House is not really a fun or a really cool, interesting show for me, but it's pretty cool to have and pretty cool find. It's a rare find. Next up, we have this pretty sweet Polaroid slip sleeve from the early 90s, and we have Phillies ball game anniversary 50th. I don't know exactly what they're talking about with this 50th thing, because that can mean a lot of things, and this is not one of those things. But anyway, I watched this, and, well, I watched part of it, and it's the Phillies and the Cubs Game 2 from 1998. All commercials, great quality, bunch of interviews beforehand, and there's a guy interviewing players on the field, and he has an NWO shirt. Yeah, for life. Next up, we have this slip sleeve with the correct tape. Walter Hunter, Eyewitness News, 11 p.m. December 3rd, 1992. Do not erase. And that's exactly what's on here. Nothing really crazy happened on this date that I could see so far, but it's really great quality with all the commercials. I've only really started just barely watching this tape, so hopefully there's a lot left to go. Next up, this late 80s or early 90s tape, and it is for Bloodsport. I was hoping that it might have the commercials on there, but I watched at least half of this and there are no commercials. Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is the Ninja Turtles block of the haul, and we have two. I actually have my, if you can see up here, see these turtle tapes up there? That's my current collection of Kids Club and whichever other ones are up there. And this Cowabunga Shredhead, I already have it up there, so okay, I guess I got another one, but I've not seen this one yet. This is for the Super Heroes series. Okay, Raphael meets his match. So there's some kind of girl Ninja Turtle in there. Do not remember that. This series is from 1990. Seems to be a little more on the rare side. Next up, SpongeBob Laugh Your Pants Off. I used to watch a lot of SpongeBob in 2006 and 7 maybe, but I haven't really seen much of it since, but I liked watching it. This is from, well, the tape anyway, 2003. Next up, this 80s slip sleeve, and I know it's from the 80s because down here it says worldwide sponsor of the 1988 Olympic Games, and it says Bork. What is Bork? September 26, 1987. Bork is, I kind of already forgot who Bork is, but he's a guy that Ronald Reagan appointed to a position. Judge, I think? A Judge Bork. And it starts talking about him getting appointed, and this is there's a lot. I haven't barely watched any of this, and there's a lot left, so it's from 1987, hopefully all the way through. It also has it's starting to do the news, and it has commercials as well. Next up, another 1988 tape with the correct slip sleeve and the tape. Whoops, sorry about the glare. Oh, you know what? This is actually a different tape than the slip sleeve, but it's from the 80s. Let me show you what's on here. Here, it says move. Okay, they're moving to a new house or something? But no, that is not the case. There's stuff from 1986 taped off the TV, and I've watched some of this, and that is actually true. It documents this group in Philadelphia called the Move group, and it's like a political group. And it only really happened in the 80s, and if you want to look it up on Wikipedia or wherever you can, but it's pretty cool. It's got a bunch of news about the Move organization, but then it's got real news and it's got commercials and everything like that. It's from 1986. This is the real deal. Let's look at this 1986 tape for a second. See all these signs of the 80s tape? It's got the shiny sides. It's got some crazy cool pattern grooves. It's got a rating at the top. All these are what I look for at the bins when I really want to find the treasure, to find the 80s tapes. And some of the early 90s tapes look like this as well. And it's heavy. It also has some Mr. Rogers on here, but unfortunately the person that taped this was watching it as they were taping it. Like, they were really into the movement, so they paused during all the commercials. I haven't seen any commercials on here yet, but I get it. I would have paused during the commercials back in the day too. Okay, we have 2 left. First up, we have this slip sleeve, and this is something that I think I already have on a different Rare Finds video, because I think I remember looking this up before. It says the same thing on both the labels. Best of Disney, 50 Years of Magic, 2 hours. This looks like pretty much an 80s tape to me, and it's from, I believe this event is from 1988. I don't think I even watched any, no, I didn't watch any of this yet. But I think I remember watching this exact thing on another Rare Finds video, like I already had another taped off the TV one like this. Okay, my very last Rare Find, and the very last VHS tape of this hauls from the bins episode is this late 80s, early 90s blank tape. It's gotta have something good on it, right? Well, it doesn't. It has some kind of Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen twins movie taped in really bad quality, or the quality of the tape has gone down, and either way, it's not a Rare Find. Well, that's it. And remember, like Indiana Holmes always says, keep up the grind, and you get a Rare Find.